everyone. Today we're going to do some gentle exercises and then we're going to do some knee strengthening exercises. We'll start seated on the mat. So sit comfortably so you can sit equally on both sitting bones. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll them down the back and just close the eyes. Beginning to settle into the space around you. Just noticing how you feel. Is the mind steady and calm, or is it racing around? Thinking of all the things you have to do, all your worries and stresses. Begin to focus on your breathing. Can you feel the inhalation coming in through the nose? And can you also feel it leaving via the nostrils? Try to slow the breathing down. Calm, steady breaths. Trying to switch the mind off to everything else and just focusing on your breathing. If it helps, you can count the breath. So if you're inhaling for a count of maybe 4 or 5, try to exhale for about the same amount. Start to engage your navel lock now, drawing in. Navel draws back towards the spine. Continue to breathe, but feel that navel lock. About 60-70% of your strength. And begin to flicker the eyes open if you did close them. Inhale, let's float the arms up. Imagine they are light and they're just floating up in line with the shoulders. And then rotate the palms to face up and rotate the palms down. Inhale as the palms rotate up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale, hold them up and exhale here. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. If you want, you can look a little way up towards the thumbs. Exhale, fingertips tap the floor. Inhale. Grow tall through the spine. Feel the breath lifting you up. And exhale, coming down. One more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Taking the hands to rest lightly on the legs. Let's just start to circle the body around. So moving forward as you exhale and moving back as you inhale. Exhaling, inhaling. If you're okay with moving the head and neck, you can start to relax that down. Start to bring the head into the movement. If that makes you feel dizzy, then just try to keep the head and neck in line with the spine. Let's change direction, circling the other way. And finishing here, making this your last one and coming up to sit tall on the mat. So let's start to take the legs wide, so wider than the hips. Come onto the heels, lift the toes up, arms are just behind for balance. And we're just going to move the knees from side to side, so a little window wiper movement here. And you can either keep doing this, or if you want to take your hands away from the floor, then you have this option here. If your hands are away from the floor, then you may start to move a little way forward. That's perfectly normal. And finishing back at center. So starting to strengthen through the knees, we're going to bend the right leg, the left knee, sorry, and take the right leg out straight. So I'm just going to show you from the side. So we're not collapsing down here, we're sitting up tall through the spine. The left foot is planted on the floor. We're just going to use the arms just to hug ourselves in so it helps us to sit upright. And then you need to flex the right foot. Now this is very important. If we do these movements with a bent knee, we're going to work more the thigh, the quad muscle, and we want to be strengthening around the kneecap. So you really need to do this with a straight leg. Pulling the toes back, flexing the foot. And we're just going to do little lifts. You don't have to lift very high. So about 10. And then you can relax the foot down. Now we're going to turn it out to the side. So let me show you here. So the foot is going to turn out at an angle. So you still have that straight leg, but it's just turning out to about 45 degrees. And then we're going to lift it directly up and down. 5, 6, 7, and that's 10. So relax it down, just taking a breather here. So the next one, we're going to keep the foot out at an angle, so you've got that external rotation. But if you imagine the letter V, so we're going to draw a V shape in the air. So drawing it with your heel. This is the hardest one, I think. Just 2 more. And placing it back down, straightening out both legs. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. You can take hold of the toes and pull them back, or you can have the hands on the floor. Straighten through the spine and relax down. So just 3 little simple exercises, but they really are quite strong movements. So we only do about 10 of each, but you may have noticed that you start to feel it pretty quick. Let's do that on the other side. So hug the right knee in, and remember not to collapse in the spine. You want to lift the chest, lift the crown of the head. So the first one we do with a straight leg, but the toes flex back and the toes pointing directly up. And then we're just going to do little lifts up and down. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath while you're doing this. Very important to keep that breath going. Final one here, and relax down. Now we have that external rotation, so the toes are still flexed but they're pointing out to the left. Again, make sure you're straightening through that knee and then lifting up and down, so directly up and down. And 10, holding there. So we've got that final one, the toughest one, the V shape, that we're going to draw the letter V in the air with our heel. So check you still have your posture, you're still sitting tall, and then begin to draw the letter V. Keep breathing. Can you smile while you do this? Hard to relax the face with this one sometimes. And final one, and relax down, straighten out both legs, flex the toes, inhale, grow tall, exhale, lean forward with a straight spine, and then as you exhale, you can relax down. Pulling the toes back if you can, keeping the feet flexed. coming back up to the top, crossing the legs if that's comfortable for you, and sitting tall, closing the eyes. So I know these movements are quite tough, but if you can practice these knee strengthening exercises every day, you really will feel a difference. It doesn't take that long, and if you practice alongside balances and things like that as well, balancing on one leg, that's also good for strengthening the knee, the ankle, the foot, helping us to keep balanced. Just relaxing, trying to relax the body and the mind. And I hope that you can keep this calm feeling with you for the rest of your day today.